We're here. Remember, you don't have to stop that. You could just let it fade out.
Welcome
to the show. Johnny is remote. From where you at? Atlanta?
Just
Atlanta?
south. No, I'm in a little town called McDonough, Georgia, which is about 45 minutes south of Atlanta.
Okay, so you're in the suburbs. We got me, John J. Murray here. We got Matt Fernandez. James Bothwell is in the background producing things for us. Yep, it looks like prison footage, like normal. We're here. Oh, James has got a Christmas tree, so he's not a total incel, everyone. He just wants to let women know that he's not completely an incel. He's got the Christmas tree up. We're here. It is episode 12 of the Three Ugly Mugs. Johnny, how are you doing? We are one day after Thanksgiving. How you feeling? Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I mean, I'm up here with my wife's family, like all of them. There's like
Don't
20
sound
people.
excited.
No, dude, I'm having a great time. You understand? You understand I'm having a good time here? It's great, dude. Everybody's just fucking family, dude. You know what I mean? It's just yeah, let's go. No, it's getting a lot of dude, I don't want to eat anymore. I don't think I've ever said that
You
out
done
loud.
with eating?
I don't know
Like
what I want to
for the foreseeable future, you're just not going to eat anymore?
Well, today, I guess the tradition is just eat leftovers all day,
Yeah.
which I was okay with. But then I wake up and they're making like breakfast, but the breakfast that they're making, they have some sort of, I don't know, they have their background. I guess they're all like from the Netherlands, like their heritage. So they make these little tiny crepes that have some but they make them like a million of them, and it's like they're
Well,
making
there's
them
tiny. You can have a
right.
million because they're tiny.
But the way they make them, they have like these pans with all these little holes in them, little circles, but
Uh-huh.
they make them rapid fire. So it's like the speed and the anxiety of that show, The Bear, right? So they're just like fucking behind, yes, chef, and they're just like cooking them as fast as they can make them. They're eating them and they're throwing them and they're cooking them, and everybody's screaming at each other. And I'm just sitting at like the island in the kitchen, like I don't want to be here, dude. Like I want to. Can I just drive down to Bojangles and get some fucking
Some
potatoes?
biscuits,
Nope.
yeah.
And they toss a crepe in your mouth like a seal.
Like, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
Yeah, eat it, you
Like
fat piece of shit.
Stop shaking, you weirdo. And there's still food in your mouth.
Are they legitimate, like from Holland? Like they have the fucking accent and shit?
That accent's kind of
no.
scary.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just like their lineage, I guess. I don't know,
Oh,
man.
okay.
They're white. They're white as fuck.
Just
But
extra whites.
I get it. Yeah.
no, I mean,
Dutch
but
white.
it's fun. We've been here since Tuesday. You know, like
That's a long
That's
time.
too long.
I want to go
To be with
home.
family.
I want to go home.
I was with my girl's family for like a few hours, and I was like, "All right, let's
Yeah, how
wrap
was-
it up. Let's go home."
What was
Yeah,
your
dude.
Thanksgiving like, Matt?
It was cool. I made some money on a nice parlay, but besides that, it was just family.
You want to get into that already?
I mean,
that's
I don't.
that's what you're here to talk about.
That's the only thing that saved my Thanksgiving. Besides that, it was just food and like whatever, blah 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 with your family, trying to keep the small talk going. But besides that, yeah, man, I had a nice little parlay.
What'd
Hold
you
on,
guys-
we should open up with the sounder for the segment and the beautiful
Oh,
artwork.
you want to go right
You
into
want
it?
to, let's go right
in.
into
Okay.
Matt's formerly
I agree.
pathetic
Fuck
parlays.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's terrible, and I hate it. We're still using that one, huh?
It's a
Hell
song.
Oh, the kid with the turned out pockets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my Thanksgiving was great, by the way. Fuck you guys.
Who gives a shit? Thanksgiving sucks.
I want to go
It is the
home.
worst. It's the worst holiday between the two best holidays.
What about stuffing? You're fucking wet bread. It's trash.
My
Get it
stuffing
out
is
of my
so
face.
good.
Shut up. Your stuffing is not good, dude. It sucks.
Why are we
Wet
talking
bread.
over the sounder? Bunch of fucking rookies.
That's how much I hate Thanksgiving. That's way too long of an intro.
Yeah, you can cut the
Yeah, it
sign
is.
now. Yeah, that's fine. Now that they're faded, you don't have to cut it. You just have to let it fade.
This
Bothwell's the
this-
Thanksgiving of producers.
Yeah, this is our Black Friday train our producer episode. This is great. I like it, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, anyway, tell everybody about your fucking lick there, dude, because
Yeah,
holy
you
shit.
fucking
Yeah,
you
man.
fucking nailed it.
Hit 2,000, well, 2,200 on a $10 bet.
2,200 on a
was
$10
nice.
bet.
Yeah.
What were the odds on this bet?
Oh, it was plus 15, whatever,
1,000?
15,000.
15,000. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gotta be
and
at
then there was
least.
also a 50% bonus for
boost.
Thanksgiving bets. Yeah, so it ended up being another 750 on top of the win.
Jesus. So what was the bet?
Oh man, it was Sam Laporta to score twice and Keenan Allen to score once, and then hit the under. Like, it wasn't anything too crazy. That's my new thing. I think I'm sticking to betting on multiple touchdowns because it just goes up so fucking high, especially if it's like a team playing a garbage team like that. Like, I knew the Lions were. Well, I actually thought it would be a much shittier game, but it turned out to be pretty close. But I thought the Lions would run absolutely roughshod over the Bears and score 1,000,000 points.
I did too.
I mean, they're
figured
the
out why
best
you,
rushing in the league, I think, at this point, right?
I was trying to figure out why you got such good odds on only 3 legs, and I figured it out after about a minute and a half. Because the under
I'm betting
was
on
what?
a bunch of touchdowns, and I'm betting the under.
Right. So you had to nail 3 touchdowns, which is, essentially 21 points with the extra points, and still hit the under. So you guessed half the score, like, perfectly. So that's why you got such a good return. But what a sexy fucking bet. I'm going to be trying to lay those kind of bets from now on. Because, like, for instance, I've hit
You're not
Saquon
going to do any
Barkley.
more octopuses?
I like high odds, man. I like a good not
high
insane. Like, I don't want to be unattainable, but just higher odds. Than
Well, like a
traditional.
three-leg parlay with good odds
is
that
better.
is also sensible is the
dude.
way to go.
Yeah, because, like, I've been hitting the Saquon Barkley getting 2 touchdowns like 3 different times. So if I could just nail that over or the under along with one other touchdown, like, that was a perfect bet, man. That got me pretty excited. Yeah.
No, I've been following a lot of accounts on Twitter and, like, kind of studying what they do. And another thing they do is they will bet on a player like Saquon Barkley. They will bet the over on receiving yards, but the under on receptions. So they're basically saying they're going to get one huge reception, and that again that shoots your odds up big time.
Okay.
So because you figure it takes a lot of receptions to hit the over on your yardage, but if you can do it in just 2 or 3 catches, you're gonna make a lot of money.
So now with that $2,200, if you take 500 of that and just swing a bunch of $10 parlays, you got 50 shots at doing it again on something similar. Then you still got $1,500 or $1,700 profit. You can go out and buy a bunch of shoes or hookers or whatever you want.
Oh, dude, I don't even make I only make like 3 or 4 bets a weekend. Like, I don't ever really bet that many times.
Well, you're going to be
Not now,
betting for
dude.
free for a while.
But now, but now I've got I did set aside like $200 to just bet
Now
for the
you're
rest of the year.
you're a fucking professional now, Matt. You go get that money.
Yeah, you got to
playing with
scale
house
it
money.
up, bro. You got
I'm going
to.
to. Now that I'm playing with free money, yeah, the bets will get larger.
Yeah.
But
What
it's-
my first thought when I saw your hit was, dude, what
Couldn't
if you
believe
would have bet? What if you would have bet 50?
Yeah. What if you would have been $50?
You think that I didn't think that same thing? I did the math for if I would have bet 100. I was just like doing the math all night long.
I'm going.
I was
back
like,
to Europe.
2,000 sweet, but you know what's even that fucking sweeter? 20,000.
20,000.
Yeah.
So
that's a
yeah,
good
I think
Christmas.
that's how you develop a gambling addiction.
You're Golem with the fucking ring. Like,
Yeah.
my precious.
It worked once, man. Why can't it work bigger?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, now
that was
you're
Scale
in.
it up.
That was a good
Now
Thanksgiving.
that you've gotten that fucking dopamine from that hit, you're locked in now. You're dead now.
Oh,
You're-
yeah.
Oh, dude, I
Yeah.
saw the bet when we got home from Thanksgiving. I didn't even see it at dinner.
At the dinner?
Yeah, we got home and I checked and I was like, "Holy fucking shit!" And Katie was like, "What?" And I was like, "I hit my parlay."
Did you
And she was
scream?
like, "How much?" And I was like, 2,200. And I was like, "Fuck! I should have told her
You
less.
should have told her 200.
Should have kept that shit to myself."
You're married, dude.
But I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
you
they
can't
send
do
you.
that
they'll-
now
I'll
you're
get it.
married.
I'll get like a 1099 now, right? Like they're gonna
Yeah,
they're gonna tax me for my
anything
winnings.
over 500, you
So,
definitely
she
have to
would have
tell
found
your
out
account.
anyway. So don't
Yeah.
lie to your wives because they're gonna find out.
No. You don't cash out 2,200 altogether. You got to cash out under 600 like a few times, and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that's
Well, fuck,
true.
where
If
were
you
you yesterday?
If you don't
Johnny?
cash it, if you don't
I
cash,
already cashed out.
if you don't cash it all out at once, then it's
Interesting.
fine, yeah.
What a jack off. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Oh well.
dude.
That's why, like,
that.
when it's the same when you win big in Vegas. You keep the chips in your room, and then you use the chips to pay for like dinner and stuff.
Brilliant.
Hey, this is on YouTube. Are we indicting ourselves for
Maybe.
tax
I'm
fraud?
sorry.
This is important stuff. This is like how to gamble responsibly.
I apologize. I want to apologize to my accountant, Brad. You're gonna have to deal with this. I didn't admit to anything, and I apologize.
Oops. Yeah, that's sad. How about that game last night? By the way, the Detroit Chicago game.
I love it. That's the only one I watched yesterday.
Yeah, the only good game yesterday. Really.
Yeah, that was the only good one.
Was that not the most malpractice coaching job you ever saw in your life?
That clock management at the end was a total fucking just sham.
No, I mean, there's no way that could have been an accident. Like, he either bet against his own team or he hated ownership and knew he was getting fired, because to keep a timeout in your back pocket and watch 30
And
seconds.
they fired him They fired him today, right?
Yeah. But
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But they should have fired him on the field. They should have just walked downstairs and been like, "You're fucking taking your own plane home. Eat a dick." Like, no way, dude. Like, there's no way. Did you see when they fired him exactly today? It was kind of cool.
No.
They let him do his Friday press conference. They let him do the press conference, and then he tells the press, "Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'll still be here next week coaching against the 49ers." And then 10 minutes later, they're like, "Bye, bitch."
Yeah.
They let him think he was staying. Yeah. But
I imagine he was like, "Well, no one told you to say that. Why did you tell them that?"
I don't think he thought he was
crazy.
staying. That was insane.
It's called toxic positivity.
Yeah.
So you just try to be positive.
He tried to manifest it.
You try to just manifest through bad times with positivity. It doesn't always work. No.
The funny,
you guys see
funny
the ticker? First time in 100+ years the Bears have fired their coach mid-season.
Yes.
That's insane. That's crazy.
But, well, it was so unbelievable. Even the Lions players wouldn't leave the field because they couldn't believe the game was over. They were like showing Jared Goff.
What?
Jared Goff's like going, "What the fuck is going on, dude? Like, is the game over?" Because that's retarded. There's no way the game's over, right? And they were like, "Yeah, dude, think the fucking game's over."
All they needed was a field goal, and they called some deep. Like, I don't know if they called that or if Caleb Williams just decided to chuck one deep. And I was like, "What? Why would you do that? Just get to the fucking line and get out of bounds."
I
call
thought
timeout.
that I didn't know what I thought was going on. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Is it going into overtime? Is the
bad
scoreboard
decisions
wrong?"
from coaching and bad decisions from the quarterback. It was just weird.
My first thought was like, is the broadcast posting the wrong score? Because I was like serving up the dinner or whatever, and then he's calling that play, and I'm like, what? I don't know.
Yeah, it was dumb.
It doesn't make any sense. Why not tie? I don't know. I mean, is there any team in the NFL that wouldn't have won that game?
I mean,
taking it into overtime probably,
or at least taking it into overtime.
At least
they were 5 yards outside of the kicker's comfortable, like where the red line is on the field. They were 5 yards away with 30 seconds left and a timeout. They could have at least gotten a field goal range. They could have won that game. You call the timeout. You could throw an out pattern. You can spike the ball. You still got 2 or 3 plays left if you do it right. But at the very least, you go into overtime, and you know how that is. You go into overtime, the pressure's on the best team in the league, the team that's 10-1. All the pressure's on them. It's going to be real hard not to choke in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But
the quarterback probably just called in like, "Hey, I really got to take a shit and want to eat a turkey sandwich. Can we just go?"
They were on like the 12-yard line, and then they got that illegal hands to the face penalty, and then from there they just crumpled. Like they had one mistake and it ruined everything.
But I mean, that's just an unbelievable coaching job. That guy's he's never going to get another head coaching job in the NFL. There's no shot in the world because
he's going to replace Deion Sanders at Colorado.
Good. His name is too stupid to be a fucking
Uberflus. Fuck off, dude. And that's not the first time he's made like a clock management like faux pas either. Like he's a fucking jack off. So enjoy high school football, dick licker. Like I'm not a Bears fan, and I'm so mad. I'm so mad for Bears fans, though. Like
I'm mad, for people that have to live in Chicago.
Yeah, they got a lot of years of bullshit football, and then to have a coach do that.
It was an exciting game too, and just fucking beefed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the early game, so I wasn't full of food yet, and I could still feel.
I could still concentrate,
emotions and have fun.
Oh my
Dallas
God,
Giant and for the Dallas New York game, I was just completely shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. I could have watched that one. I didn't even realize there was a night
did
game, and
not
I didn't
miss
even
much.
realize there was a game today. There's a game right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kickoff is in 5 minutes, I think.
I've got a
It's,
parlay on that one, but it'll be too late.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can announce it right now if you want to. If you're a soothsayer, if you're the soothsayer that you claim to be, let's go ahead and
it's
announce
actually
it right
really.
now.
I did just very similar. I did Travis Kelce for 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Amir Abdullah for 1 touchdown and the under.
Okay.
I did
Is
basically the same bet I did on Thanksgiving.
What does that pay?
Oh, let's see. That's a good one.
Let's see what are the odds? And,
And by the way, for people,
$5 pays $700.
$700.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, it's Kansas City, the only undefeated team in the
No, they
NFL.
lost.
Who they lose to?
No,
again?
they
They lost
lost
to the Bills.
Yeah, they lost to
That's
Buffalo.
right.
Yeah.
So they got 1 loss,
Mhm.
and they're playing against the Raiders, who are tanking purposely for a quarterback, along with everybody else. So
Everyone wants a quarterback.
What's the spread on that game? It's got to be
It's
what,
like
13?
Oh, I was just looking at it actually. It's like plus 11. It's not
Hmm.
close.
I don't think they win by that much because Kansas City's been barely
Actually,
beating.
it's plus
teams.
13.5.
Yeah, and they barely beat Carolina Panthers last week. Kansas City's not playing great, but
No.
they're still beating
And
everybody.
division games are always a little tricky, man. I don't know when you play each other twice a year.
Yeah. So that's going to be a weird game, but they'll win. But I like what you're doing again with that one with the under because Kansas City's not lighting up the scoreboard or anything
No.
like that, and the Raiders suck all the balls. So I'm pissed because I can't bet on the Hard Rock app because I'm in Georgia.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
have to be in Florida?
it tracks your location?
That sucks.
I went to bet parlays yesterday, and it
Really?
popped up. It goes, "What state are you in?" I'm like, "Oh fuck you!"
Oh, dude.
Fuck you.
That's
None of your
Hard Rock-
business.
They were doing 50% bonuses. It was awesome.
I know. I'm not happy, dude. I'm not happy. Like,
I'll make a bet for you. What do you want?
Yeah, I'll have to look at. I'll have to
You
look
can be
at
this
it.
rat hole.
Let's do. We're breaking all the tax laws.
Yeah, this is
on
literally
show.
illegal. Let's
Yeah,
pump,
we're just
let's pump the
doing
brakes on this.
We're gonna get banned from everything. No, let's do my hypothetical parlay right now. If I were to do a parlay, and this is when
Okay.
when this comes out on YouTube, the game will be over, and people are like, "Oh, Johnny could have won so much, fucking idiot." I would do Mahomes 2 touchdowns because I think that's happening. I
think
would
I have
do
time to put this in.
I would do Kareem Hunt anytime
Allegedly.
touchdown. And then I would do Josh Jacobs. No, who's their running back now?
Dude, they're down to like their only running back is Amir Abdullah. Madison's
Okay.
hurt, and the
Yeah.
other dude's hurt, so they only
I would
have Amir
do-
Abdullah.
I would do Abdullah anytime touchdown, Hunt anytime touchdown, Patrick Mahomes over 2, and I would do the over, and that would be my parlay for today because I think they barely go over, but they do it.
I wouldn't mind
because-
someone taking the Raiders to cover the spread because I don't know if the Chiefs are going to win by 2 touchdowns.
I got one in today, right now, boys.
What do
I
you
got
got?
one. I got one in for $2, pays 150. I got Amir Abdullah anytime touchdown, Noah Gray anytime touchdown,
I like that.
Patrick Mahomes over 1.5, Travis Kelce over 53.5 yards receiving, and Brock Bowers under 6.5 receptions. And because Matt, I was listening a little bit here or there about the yards and overs. I just did it with different players, so I like because that's burnt me. That's
Johnny's
that's
having a
burnt me.
stroke.
What,
over
what,
here.
what just happened?
I dropped my phone.
Because that's burnt me before. I've played the over on receptions and lost by literally half a yard. Because it doesn't just match
Right.
up the way it's
No,
supposed
I feel
to.
like Noah Gray went off last week, so Patrick Mahomes has to make it up to Travis Kelce this week.
No, dude.
So
If
I
I
look
watched
for
the
Kelce
latest
to have an
episode
easy
of New
game.
Heights, and Kelsey is basically like trying to hand the torch to this dude. It's like, I'm done, bro. I'm gonna be traveling the world banging the hottest fucking.
he's
You know what I mean?
banging-
Like,
He's gonna be banging the hottest billionaire of all time.
I mean, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He can retire. That's fine.
Hold on, he's banging Rihanna now? Is that what's happening?
is Rihanna a billionaire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
is she really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no,
Okay,
she has her own
so-
clothing line. Yeah, and her
Yeah,
makeup.
she
Yeah,
does her own
Rihanna.
makeup.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Rihanna. I take it back. Rihanna is now the hottest billionaire. I didn't know she was a billionaire.
Yeah.
Rihanna's
yeah.
definitely hotter than Taylor
I heard
Swift.
she's an awful person, just the worst ever.
She seems like a shithead.
I don't think any of them are
You
good
think
people.
Taylor
Yeah.
Swift's
You don't
a
become a
sweetheart?
billionaire by being a good
no,
person.
Yeah,
I never said that at all.
There's no there's no billionaires that aren't shitheads.
Yeah.
Well, of
there's not
course.
any.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to fuck a billionaire or do you want to have a nice conversation? Like, what are you looking for here?
I like to
Like,
imagine Johnny B's family just standing outside of
Yeah,
his
do you want to
Yeah.
fuck a billionaire?
Do you want to
Listening
fuck a
to him,
billionaire
yeah.
tonight, baby?
You son of a bitch! Like, what are you?
I think
who
your
are you
husband's
talking
posing
to?
as a billionaire to pick up chicks.
Johnny sounds like he's pitching like a cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
Fuck a billionaire.
You sound like Gordon Gekko. Yeah,
It's the worst game show. Who wants to fuck a billionaire?
I'm gonna walk downstairs after we do the show, and everybody's gonna be sitting around the dining room table like,
Yeah, in shock and awe, bro. Like that.
Leah has to explain. No, he's like this all the time.
No, this is
who he is.
This is the most well behaved that Johnny B has been on a podcast since we started. This is episode 12. This is the most well behaved he's ever
We're
been.
being super good.
dude. Earlier, I heard the whole family. I heard them all downstairs talking, and I heard them. They were going, "Somebody took the worst shit and left the door wide
It was
open."
me.
And no, I had just taken a shit, but I took it upstairs. So I'm texting my wife because I'm embarrassed because I sprayed, I courtesy flushed, I did all that, and I did not leave the door open. Right? I shut it.
Close that.
Right. So I'm texting my wife. I go, first of all, somebody else opened the door because I closed the door and I sprayed all the Febreze and I courtesy flushed. I said, I want to go home right now. And my wife texted me back. She goes, it was downstairs. I already know who it was. It wasn't you. Stop being so self-conscious. I'm like, oh, okay. Never mind. It was one of the other 20 people. Okay.
I mean, fuck you. Who calls out and like announces that shit?
Yeah.
Like, I shit, bro. I shit like you shit.
Sorry.
Like fucking chill, dude. You don't have
No,
to
I
come
shit-
out
I-
screaming about it.
I'm a professional. Okay. I shit a lot and I've been loading
I'll
up
shit
my
with
caca
the
cannon.
door open. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you better get the fuck back.
Like, don't try and shame me, dude. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
It wasn't me though. It ended up being somebody totally different. Hey,
You just
can
you just fed me a half a pound of mashed potatoes made with
Hold
cream
on,
cheese,
hold on.
motherfucker.
My wife just popped in. I think maybe I'm being too loud or something. Can y'all hear me down there?
No, I was gonna say Colette is gonna be leaving.
Hi, Leah.
I didn't know.
Oh, you want me to say bye to people?
I didn't know if you were.
I'm podcasting. Say hi to the fellas, babe.
Hello. Happy Thanksgiving.
I was telling the story about how I thought that everybody smelled my shit, but it was really a 7-year-old's.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, that's
Yeah.
impressive that a 7-year-old could blow it
Yeah.
up like
That's
you.
what I thought. That's what I thought. Dude, let me tell you about this 7-year-old.
Oh, kids fucking kids stink. Yeah,
No,
they're stinky
no.
little shit
This-
machines.
This girl,
Nice.
this
Plot keeps getting
7-year-old.
thicker.
Feminism.
Yeah.
Now listen, she is a fucking a spark plug. She is evil, but in the coolest way. Like she just talks shit to me all day long, and I throw it back at her. And my wife's like, I know she's a lot, and I go, this kid's fucking awesome. You
This
let
kid's
her
hilarious.
talk shit to me. Earlier, I was talking about I was telling one of the aunts how I make Brussels sprouts, and the 7-year-old tugs on my shirt and she goes, "You eat vegetables?" And I went, "What?" And she goes, "You don't eat vegetables." And I'm like, "Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. You fucking awesome fucking asshole. Get away from me." Yeah, all day long
No,
with
man.
this girl. Yeah.
Kids
Crazy.
take weird shits because they don't drink enough water, so it all comes out at like one big fucking like VHS tape, like, solid. I noticed, like, I
It's a
fucking
fucking 8-track.
I've been living with my stepson for years. Motherfucker
an
does not
8-track.
drink water, and he just shits one massive fucking grandfather clock of his shit.
It's a beehive.
This is the brand new. This is the Bill Cosby comeback show. Kids take the weirdest shit. Oh my god, that's
It's just
no,
Hawaiian punch and fucking macaroni and cheese. What do you expect?
No, you're not lying, dude. When my son was like 5 years old, it was just me and him living in the house in my apartment. I go to the bathroom one day and he didn't flush the toilet, or he did and it didn't take. There was a log in there.
The toilet was like, send it back. We can't
Bro.
take it.
Bro, there was a log in there. It was so wide and big. I thought like an offensive lineman, like for the Bucks, broke into my house. I thought Ian Beckles took a shit in my house. There was no way that came from a child. So I look in the toilet and I go, what the fuck? So the first thing I do is I run into his room and I go, buddy, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. I go, no, I need to know. Are you bleeding? Is everything fine? He goes, I don't know what you're saying. And I go, how's your butt? Is your butt okay? And he goes, yeah. And I go, did you poop just now? And he goes, yeah. And I said, did you flush? He goes, I think so. I go, and in my head, I'm like, there's
Rejected.
no way. There's no way a child of any age could do this.
You got to chop
had
it
to-
up with a spoon.
Dude, I had to
and
break it. I had to
goes
like
down.
I had to break it with a plunger. Like
Yeah.
There was a whole Reddit discussion. This was a couple years ago about a poop knife.
Dude,
There was like
when I was in
some
basic
families have
training,
a poop knife.
we
they
kept
have
a
garbage
wire
plumbing.
hanger.
Yeah.
We kept wire hangers in the stalls in basic
Oh
training.
no.
Because
No.
dudes would drop.
We keep one of those in
Dumps.
my bathroom for a different reason, if you know what I'm saying.
So you could
Hey,
cut the poop so it
we're
would flush.
pro-choice here at Three Ugly Mugs.
That's right.
God.
That's right.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't care what laws we
There,
have in this
we
state.
finally we had to say something that could get us in trouble. We're 25 minutes in.
Yeah, fuck you, Ron DeSantis. I'll throw my weight down the stairs, buddy. How
Yeah.
about that?
Fuck you, buddy. We're 25 minutes in. I want to remind you guys, please follow Three Ugly Mugs on our YouTube channel, on our Instagram, and on our Facebook. We also want you to subscribe to wherever you get podcasts. We're video on Spotify and audio on everything else.
You guys want to talk about what beer we're drinking?
Yeah, since we didn't get into it earlier,
Yeah,
what are we drinking today, Johnny? Are you drinking or are you in a dry household? What's going on?
I gotta be honest. I've been drinking
only
a lot.
He's drinking
You
gravy.
can only eat 7-year-old girls' shit.
Ew. Bro.
Oh, I went too far. I'm too
I've never
far.
heard Johnny B go, ew.
Bro.
There we go. I grossed
Oh,
Johnny B
man,
out.
you did good.
I didn't
No.
think I could do it, but
Happy
I did it.
Thanksgiving.
Every week we find a way to not get sponsors for this show. Last week
Every
we were
week.
decapitating people. This week it's just fucking baby turds and fucking. No, I've been drinking a lot of different beers. I forgot to bring
Yeah.
one up here. I don't have a bedroom beer. Sorry.
Sorry, you don't have a bedroom beer. I have a bedroom.
sorry.
I mean, you got Sweetwater Brewing is right there, right?
Oh, yeah, that's in Atlanta.
Yeah, no. I had some Sweetwaters this week actually. Yeah,
Okay.
and then
Shout
then
out
I
Joe
drank.
Pettis.
I know, for real. And then I drank. Oh, you want to know a real shitball beer if you don't want to get drunk? Yingling Light. I had 3 of those
Oh.
last night.
Gross.
I didn't know
Yeah.
they had a light.
I couldn't drink
Yeah.
beer yesterday because I was just too full and I was like too bloated for beer. So
Yeah.
I was all bourbon yesterday. But today
All
drinking,
bourbon yesterday.
drinking-
I don't have a problem.
I'm drinking Space Dust. I mean, I had to
Yeah.
hang out with a bunch of fucking family members and kids and shit. Of course.
Where's
I'm
Space
not gonna
Dust
be
from?
sober.
Yeah,
Elysian? I don't know.
Elysian Space Dust IPA. I've had it before. It's good.
It's delicious. Seattle. Shout
Oh,
out Seattle.
Okay. Yeah, bourbon is kind of a good Thanksgiving
Yeah,
drink.
bourbon was a little lighter. And,
I've-
3 days in a
finished-
row.
I wasn't driving home, so
I finished my Four Roses bourbon yesterday during
Ooh.
Thanksgiving.
shout
I
out
had-
Elijah Craig. Be a sponsor.
Hell
Send a
yeah.
check.
Yeah,
Please.
send us money. Send us bourbon.
Send us bourbon. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
I've been-
review that
I've been,
bourbon all day long.
I've been doing Jefferson's and Bullet all week, but
Oh,
yeah, it's been-
Jefferson's. I do love Jefferson's. man.
Jefferson's is the
Yeah.
shit.
It's one of my go-tos.
yeah, I bought.
like the-
I did Bullet because I've been making a lot of I guess you call it like a spatchcock, like a pre-made old fashioned. So I made like a pitcher of old fashioned with
Yeah,
so I
that's
was like,
pre-made. Yeah,
so I can like share it with the family, but apparently none of them.
but you don't
wanna
have to.
share it.
You don't have to be bartender the
Yeah.
whole time. That's the
Yeah,
idea.
You just dump
But
the whole
I've been
bottle into
drinking-
the.
Well, yeah, so you take like a bottle and you put it in like a pitcher, and then the recipe I got was you take you do the bitters, but then I took a cup of Grand Marnier orange liqueur,
Mm.
put that in there, and then I don't know, there was
I guess that
what
gives it
else?
the orange flavor.
Yeah,
Cheers.
dude. Yeah, well, I garnish it with orange and cherries, for
Mm.
each glass or each cup.
Right.
But dude, everybody else is drinking other shit, so I just kept. I think I've drank 2 bottles of bourbon in 3 days. I've been,
you don't have to
I've been-
whisper.
dude, I've been fucked up all week. Fuck. Do you understand how drunk I've been all week?
Well, it's the
night I
holidays.
go to-
Yeah, you get it past it. On
Yeah.
This, yeah.
This is the conversation I had every night when I go to bed with my wife in this little room here. I go, did I do anything? Did I say anything?
Did I do
Like,
anything?
did I say
Is your
or do
family
anything?
ashamed of me?
Yeah. Did I do or say anything bad? Right. And she's like, last night she goes, you did, but luckily a couple of my family members were way worse. So I think it overshadowed the things.
Oh
that you
yeah,
were
you're
doing.
not the worst one. As long as you're not the worst one, it's fine.
Yeah, man, you're in rural Georgia.
They
There's
were-
definitely someone worse than you, dude.
No, listen. So they had this game. I can't think of the name of the game. We were doing like board games and shit, right? And we're drunk, and then there's
Right.
kids there, like teenagers that are nieces and nephews and shit. Well, there was this game where you pick a cat. It has all the letters in a circle with a timer, and you press the letter. Like you pick a category, and then it goes around in a circle, and whoever can't get something within 5 seconds, they lose or whatever. And we were like, "You gotta do a shot, right?" And then
I
every
don't
time
think
it was
that's
my
in the official rules.
You made it a
But
drinking
no.
game, I guess.
Yeah.
right, but
I know
but
what
every
game you're talking about,
time
but I can't remember the name of it.
But every time it was my turn to pick a category, I would pick like something completely off the wall and like, it was
Medieval fantasy.
no, like I was like racial slurs and hit the timer, and they were like going around in a circle, and everybody's like, oh, and there's like 12-year-olds like, Mom, can I? And she's like, we're all drunk, go ahead, but it was pretty funny because
It was only a matter of time.
It was only, yeah, you got to say it
No,
with the
my
accent.
favorite part is though that the game gets really intense and nobody will hit the end. Nobody. And every time it would come around, I kept looking at the kids going, why aren't you doing the end? What is wrong with you? And they're like, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. It was great.
I'm non-binary.
Did you see my post in the Tampa Bay comedy group? Like, we were talking about like we were making all the food and everything, and it wasn't a family member. It was like a friend of a family member. It was some teenager, and they were like, yeah, Thanksgiving to me is like my least favorite holiday because it's all about
Oh yeah,
colonizers and
Yeah,
blah
it's,
blah 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 blah. And then I was like, oh,
like bitch, you
God.
live here too.
I was like, God, every country was taken over. Like, come on, can we enjoy our food? And then right about that time, somebody goes, what are you over there making, Johnny? I go, I'm making my Trail of Tears casserole. Wait till you taste it, buddy. And I'm looking right at him like, nah. Yeah. So
Look, if we can pretend that God had a son and he was born on December 25th, and we can also pretend that the Pilgrims got along with the Indians and have a fucking meal, okay?
Hey.
It's all pretend.
I mean,
Who
they didn't like colonizing. They didn't do it a great way, but you can't argue with the results. I mean,
Yeah, America is
I mean,
awesome.
we're doing like it's. I'd rather do this than like all live together in a fucking like hut
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. Hey, and by the way, the Indians don't have it so bad. We've been talking for the first 15 minutes about all the money we give them on a goddamn app on our phone every damn day. So,
All right, we had to cross the line. But sure, let's do it. Fuck it.
it's okay. It's fine.
It's fine.
Those Native
We're
Americans
even.
are crushing it in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's
We're
true.
even.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't talk about what I was drinking. I have been drinking a dad beer. I've been drinking Miller High Life because
Oh
it's
my
just a
God.
perfect. It's a perfect Thanksgiving beer. Okay.
He's getting in the mood to punch his wife.
I'm getting in the mood. I'm gonna rough Matt
Little
up after
domestic
this.
violence.
Me and Matt are still in the same room, by the way. It looks like we're in different rooms, but we're still here. I'm gonna rough him up.
That's the
what I'm-
beer every Pennsylvania man has as he's hitting his wife. He's
Yeah.
like, I told you, shut up, Tina. Yeah, I love it.
Happy holidays. Mom and Dad are getting a divorce. No, but what I'm cracking right now, I'm gonna crack this right now. I got a Golden Monkey. It's a Belgian style triple.
Oh, I know Golden Monkey. That's a good one. That's like
Yeah.
9.5%.
That's it's 9.5%.
beast
This
of
is
a brew.
South Florida. I
Yeah.
think I did a comedy show there like a long time ago.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I actually won that racial slur game with Golden Monkey last night. That was the last one, and that was good.
Oh, this tastes fantastic. I got a bunch of these out there. If you want one, Matt, you can go grab one.
No, I'm good right now. I still like the space.
Yeah,
I want
Belgian
one.
style triple, very tasty, and doesn't taste like it's 9%.
No, it's super
Very
sweet.
smooth.
It's tricky.
Yeah, it's sweet and smooth. Yeah,
9%.
9.5. Yeah.
Those Belgian
Yeah.
triples, man. they'll
That's
fucking
why before the
fuck you up.
podcast, my wife was like, "You have to get down the Christmas decorations now," and I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because you just bought a 9.5% beer," and I was like, "Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
get
not
on the
a
ladder
beer.
now."
Yeah, you need a Yingling Light. That's a ladder beer, not a
Yeah,
goddamn
that's a
9%er. Yeah, not good. Yeah, as soon as this podcast is over, I'm gonna go right back to the bourbon. It's the only way I can do this shit, dude. Seriously, I want to go home.
You
Let me
go home. Yeah. Why aren't you guys on the way home right now?
tomorrow morning. Because
Okay.
I have to do a show in Newport Richie tomorrow night. So it's like she wanted to stay till Sunday. I'm like, no, I got to do a show. in
Thank
Newport
God
Richie.
you have a crappy show in Newport.
So you have to
Richie.
drive all day and then do a show? Yuck.
Yeah.
Well, you're just judging, right?
Oh, you're just judging.
Well, I'm closing. I'm judging and then
Oh,
closing.
you have to do a
on
set.
Sunday.
Okay, you have to do a set.
Yeah, it's fun. No, I did it. I did the same show in June, so it's fun. I get to roast a bunch of amateur comics, and I do. And now also judging is Catherine Maloney, so she's going to be fucking brutal too. I hope.
Nice.
And then DC 813. So, you know, I haven't heard him judge.
And then we got Stefano as a judge too. He's going to be judging people that are
he's
better
hosting.
comics than him.
Fucking
That's what I
gross,
saw.
dude.
No,
I
he's
saw him on
hosting.
the judging list.
No, he's not. judging.
He said he was a guest judge on one of the posters. I was like, you're judging comics that are funnier than you.
If he's judging, I'm going to judge him. I'm going to judge his judging while I'm judging them. So no, he's fucking not judging. Stop
I
it.
thought I saw that. Okay, maybe I'm just talking shit. My
Let-
bad.
let us
if I'm
know.
just talking. Yeah,
Please
let us know. Yeah.
No, but apparently they're going to have some professional videography and photography for it, so that's good. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm the fattest
that's-
I've been in 2 years.
That's going to be today because that's coming out. This podcast is coming out on Saturday, so that's going to be tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, what else? Yeah, we know. Who cares?
cares?
We have a lot of shows coming up. So
Fucking Matt's open mic at Devine Brewing was fun on Thanksgiving
It was
Eve.
super fun on Wednesday.
Man,
night.
it was a really good crowd, and hardly any comics showed up, so we got to do
extra
10 minutes
time.
apiece.
Trevor Glassman did walk like 8 people.
Trevor Glassman just was
He
being
got
real
super mad
rapey
because I pointed it out.
and then he got mad at Matt. So
fine.
Trevor Glassman was on stage and he had them for
was
like
doing
5
all right,
minutes.
yeah.
He was doing good for 5 minutes, even though his jokes weren't very good. He had them, and then he got really weird for the second 5 minutes, and then like 8 to 10 people fucking got up and just walked out.
Yeah.
This is the first set of the night after Matt.
Visibly uncomfortable.
It was just uncomfortable.
The first half of the set was fine, and then the second half, I don't know. It was like he wasn't prepared to do an extra couple minutes because I told when everyone got there, I was like, you can do extra time.
You can do extra time. Yeah, no big deal.
Can you recreate that 5 minutes for us real quick? What was it?
It would make people tune off of the fucking podcast.
It was so bad I can't even recall.
It was very rapey.
It was rapey, but it was like it was just so uninteresting that my brain turned off.
And then when I
then
came
was
off
like,
stage,
what is he talking
when
about?
I came
right
off stage, I was walking back and he came up right behind me in my ear and he was like, "What was rapey about my set?"
I was
And
like, that
"Oh,
voice.
God damn it, get away from me!"
His finger was in your asshole. He's like,
I had my keys between my fingers, ready to fucking go.
Scratch.
You start blowing a whistle. The fuck out of here!
But after that,
Yeah, that was the vibe.
He has a date rapey look about him, you know. But he's a good-looking guy, which to me just always, But he's a comic, which means he's naturally awkward. So if I
he's a
was
good-looking
woman-
guy, but he like will hold you down.
He either has game show host energy on stage or he sounds rapey as fuck on stage. Like I was like, because I remember early on, I was like, "Hey man, you should try your normal voice," and then he tried his normal voice, and I was like, "Nope,
That's worse.
go back."
That's worse.
Yeah, don't do that.
Roll
Go
it
back to
back.
Chuck Woolery. We don't want this shit. Yeah, that's not good.
We're being super mean, but it's
Hey,
justified.
I mean, it is what it is.
It is
What's he gonna
justified.
do?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
he gonna do?
Quit.
Not book us?
Quit, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe quit comedy.
Quit
That would be
comedy.
good.
If I can drive comics to quit comedy who aren't good at comedy, that's
That's
a
true.
win, bro.
Yeah, he's been doing it for long enough that he should quit. Yeah.
I think. I mean,
You should at least be booking your own room. I mean, there's a lot of
Right.
shitty comics who contribute to the scene by booking a show, which is cool. It's fine.
because that's the only
But,
way
you
to
know,
get booked. You know,
Right?
like, I
Yeah, I didn't
got
want to
my
say
own
that, but yeah,
show.
and that's fine. But at least you're helping out other comics. But if you contribute
Sure.
nothing, you're not funny, and you don't book shit. Like, why? What are you doing?
Man. Happy holidays.
If you fall into that category, fuck you. Quit.
I gotta
No,
tell ya.
you're right. You're,
I'm
I
not
mean,
just talking about Trevor anymore.
it's-
Like
no, it's-
all of them.
It's mean as fuck. It's mean as fuck, but you're 100%
If you're
right.
2 or 3 years in and you are not
And
funny,
you're not funny.
and you're not booking anything, quit.
Yeah.
I like how professional gambling Matt has all of a sudden got really mean. This is good because normally this
I've
is my
always
role.
been mean.
He's the
Normally,
original comedy bully.
I have been mean to shitty comics for a long time.
I
I learned it from you, Dad.
I learned it from Bobby Kelly, that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
No. I agree. We should do this is a new segment. Let's find one local comic that we want to
And
make
just get him
quit.
to quit.
Just shit
Every
on.
week. We'll call it quit already, and then we'll just call him out. and then we'll send a link to the YouTube video to them
Bothwell is
directly.
sweating right now.
Yeah, he's sweating bullets.
You got another year before we tell you to quit, buddy. Don't you worry about it. Fine.
No, but besides that one bad set, yeah, the open mic was super fun.
It was.
The crowd
It
was
was.
super fun. There was a dog that was like 250
That thing
pounds.
was huge.
Thing
It
was
a fucking
huge.
horse.
Awesome.
And it was like fluffy. It looked like a bear.
And once again, I don't understand why your open mic isn't more popular. It's at a craft brewery that
Yeah.
offers free beer to open micers.
Well, the list
Yeah.
was good, but then a bunch of people dropped off last minute.
Yeah.
Like the Lauren Defoe was supposed to be there.
Right.
Jander was supposed to be there, but then they all did. Yeah, no, it was Thanksgiving Eve. I get it. People have other shit to do.
Lauren Defoe might have dropped off because she hates me. That might have been
Oh,
my
really?
fault. Yeah.
What did you do?
I don't know. I'm not
No.
really sure. I got a stern email one time, and then
Dude,
she asked me.
she sent me a 10-paragraph message one time, and I was just like, I'm
Yeah,
not going to read that.
she sent me like a 10-paragraph message, and then said that she didn't want to talk to me anymore. So then I just haven't
Oh,
talked
cool.
to her.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy.
I
I don't know what
Duly
I did.
noted.
I think she likes me, but I did say something in the green room at the Marion Theater to her that, I mean, thought I was being funny. So she was hosting, Matt, you booked it, right? It's your room.
Mm-hmm.
She was hosting, and Sean Harper was my feature, and I was closing it. Well, Sean I guess he just proposed to Kai, or he was talking about proposing to Kai
Oh,
Saunders.
yeah, because he did it right after that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So Kai Saunders also being a funny comic.
Super
and
smart move on his part. Yeah, like you're not doing
They-
better than her, bud.
Lock that down.
but yeah. But they live in New York now, and they're doing well. But anyway, so backstory: Lauren dated Dylan Vetalana for a minute, and I guess it went really
Yes.
bad. Like
Yeah.
it went really bad.
That I heard about.
Not gonna say whose fault or what, but it was toxic from what I heard and all that. And this
Not a
is
good.
this
Sometimes.
isn't really inside baseball. She talked
I don't
about it
care.
on stage.
They're both decent.
No,
Dylan's very
sometimes
funny and
sometimes
she's
it's
funny,
not a
like,
toxic
cool.
relationship. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
just like y'all shouldn't just y'all should just not be together. Yeah, just don't be together.
But
yeah.
we're in the green room together, and Sean was talking about them getting married, and I went, or I think he was just talking about them moving to New York together. I don't know if the marriage got brought up, and all I said was, yeah, two comics, hooking up and living a long life together. I said, what could go wrong? And I just slowly turned and looked at her. And she didn't laugh at all, dude. She just looked down and
She didn't
walked
like
out of
it?
the room.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like oopsie, sorry. Yeah, so
I mean, how much time is
So I
enough time
remember-
until you can laugh at it?
I remember Sandro and Jennifer. I won't even drop
man,
any laughs.
Sandro, I haven't heard that name in a long
Sandro
time.
and Jennifer, they moved out to L.A. as a couple, broke up in the first month, and then
Yeah.
still both got their signatures on the wall of the Comedy Store.
yeah,
Jennifer,
yeah.
Improv Jennifer?
No, Jennifer.
You mean Jessica?
Jessica?
Yeah,
That's his
yeah.
Oh,
girlfriend.
JMS.
Jessica.
Oh, okay.
Jessica Singleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's doing way better
sometimes,
than him though now. So
Yeah.
she's,
yeah, I
I
think
was gonna say, is he even like a comic anymore?
I don't even
he
know.
does a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
acting.
He did
He's
like
an
I saw him in a
actor.
couple commercials. I know.
Yeah,
that,
I've seen
yeah.
I see him in commercials all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, he's an actor mostly. Yeah,
Funny guy. I thought he was really funny, and
he's a solid comic. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, and just
They both
different,
are.
Yeah, very unique, style of comedy. So I knew him through friends before he even did comedy and stuff, and it was kind of neat to see
Oh,
him
okay.
do comedy after he would come see me do comedy, and then he goes out to LA, and like most of the people that started comedy after me, way more successful than me, and it's always good to see. So the point is, fuck you, Trevor Glassman. You know what I mean?
That's
the
our
point.
comedy conversation.
I was like, how you gonna wrap this fucking bummer of a present up, Johnny B?
Just fucking talking shit. You know
Pro
what we
move,
didn't talk
dude.
about? You know what we didn't talk about last week was the Pinellas County blowing the deal for the new Rays stadium.
Ooh, yeah.
And James
It's
can
not-
jump
it's not
in on
looking
this
good
I
one.
don't
for the
know.
Rays
It-
sticking around.
Yeah, James can jump in on this
And
one.
let's
I mean, if you can get a
Don't look
a
good,
cam-
bro.
If you can get a camera that doesn't look like it's from prison, like how is?
I like the prison camera. Matter of fact, next week I want you fucking a dude live on the stream. If you want
How
really...
is Johnny? How is
It's getting
you?
really strange. This is a really
You have an
that's a, like-
$1,800 MacBook and it looks worse than Johnny's cell phone.
iPhone 13, baby.
Yeah, it's up to 16 now. It's not a new iPhone.
So
Dude, I
baseball.
tried to get a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, baseball.
So
Sorry.
what
We're
did
just
I
gonna
jump
shit
in here
on
for?
Bothwell's
Yeah, what am I doing here? Okay.
Sorry.
So
I did
yeah.
ask you to pop in, so I
Yeah.
shouldn't shit on you when I ask you to pop in.
You got him. Get him.
He's here. Fuck you.
Looks like Hurricane Milton blew your camera away, you fucking idiot. Anyway, go ahead.
Wow.
All right.
We're having fun.
Yeah, it sounds great. So it looks like the
It
Rays
looks like this.
not going to be around probably in the next few years.
I keep hearing Nashville as a possible landing
Yeah,
spot, which
dude,
I
that's-
honestly sounds kind of cool.
I don't
Well,
hate
Nashville,
I don't hate it.
Nashville is like baseball wants to expand regardless of what happens with the Rays in the next 5 years.
it. Nashville's going to get a team no matter what.
Yeah, and they have to
City.
expand by 2 teams. So the 2
Right.
cities are Salt Lake City and Nashville. And Nashville is number 1 out of those 2 options. So what they could do, instead of having to expand, they could only expand. They would move Nashville. The Rays would move to Nashville, and they would still expand. They would just have to find a new destination.
What happened to Montreal? Are they? I thought
Montreal
They were supposed to
Dude,
wants a
absolutely
team.
not. Yeah, but
be-
why?
No, I mean, weren't they supposed
You
to?
know,
be a
like
team?
why would you do that? No,
No,
Once the
Montreal
Expos
had
left,
a team.
Oh, they did.
They were
Oh,
never
that's-
really
yeah,
in the running
Expos, yeah.
again.
The
Yeah.
Washington Nationals used
Nationals
to be the Montreal
used to be the
Expos.
Yeah,
Expos. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But they've never really been a viable candidate anymore because Montreal doesn't care about baseball. It's hockey, and that's it. So
There's
Yeah,
a
but they
chance-
have
there's a
they have the
chance.
Olympic Stadium there. They have the Olympic
it's
Stadium
garbage.
that
I
fits
mean,
a
it was built in
baseball
the 60s.
diamond.
And it was built in the
Oh.
60s, and it's falling apart. Like
There's
they-
a bunch of
yeah.
old Olympic stadiums. Like they build up
Yeah.
these massive
Yeah,
stadiums.
but
and then
that's
they
always
just-
been the idea
never
is
get
that
taken care of.
Montreal gets a new team and then they play in the Olympic Stadium.
No, Charlotte.
I don't know.
Charlotte's
I would-
ahead of Montreal. So
Yeah,
Oh,
Charlotte's another viable candidate.
Ooh, I like
Austin,
Charlotte,
Texas is a viable candidate.
Mhm.
But because it all comes down to cities that are willing to build just a baseball stadium because MLB
Right.
and the NFL said we won't split stadiums anymore. So now you need to have just a baseball
Yeah,
stadium.
it's fucking
And
stupid.
there's only a handful of cities
That
that,
makes
don't
sense.
have a
I mean,
baseball team.
it was
and
kind
are
of weird
willing to
before
build a
when
stadium.
everyone would play in like one like. I think was it the Giants.
I always
and
thought that was
Jets?
cool.
Giants
It
and
was-
Jets are
the-
still
the
playing
Giants-
the
They still
stadium.
play at the
They-
still play
well,
at the
they-
Meadows.
They both play in
Yeah,
New
but they're both
Jersey.
football teams, but they're not. One's not a baseball team.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
it's
I see
not-
what you're
it's-
saying.
they're
Like
saying-
okay.
the
I
Chargers
got
and the
you.
Rams play in SoFi together. They share.
Yeah, I remember
that
the
stadium.
Raiders used to play on the A's state on the A's
Yeah,
field, and there would be
and
like a fucking like
the Dolphins used to
diamond.
play with the Marlins at Joe Robbie.
Yeah.
Like I always thought that was
Okay,
cool. That you
that
would
makes
have
sense.
like the infield at the 50-yard line. I always
yeah,
thought
it used
that-
to be weird back in the day. You would have football, baseball, same stadium. Blacks would play like in another stadium. It was just the whole thing was all fucked up, dude. Like
Grandpa
we gotta be
Johnny.
better. We gotta be better, guys. I like how you said, yeah, it was built in the '60s, so it's not good. Yeah, same with the people that were built in the '60s. Okay, it's all
Yeah.
old and
God.
fucked up, man.
I had to
It's
hang
not
out with
good.
people made in the '60s
No, but-
yesterday. It was awful.
I want to talk more about the deal though. From what I understand with the deal, like they so the county commission is basically blaming the Rays for wanting to play at Steinbrenner Field, which I think is a fucking huge mistake. It is the biggest minor league baseball
It's just what else are you
stadium.
gonna? What's your other option? I mean,
It's
Yeah.
the biggest minor league baseball stadium in that, but at the same time, them playing there for the 2025 season is adding $15 million to the Yankees payroll. You never want to do that for a fucking AL East rival. You don't want to give that. You don't want
I
to
know,
add
but
take away $15 million from your
baseball
payroll.
not having
and
a salary
add-
cap is so crazy.
It's so stupid.
It's so crazy.
It's so fucking
It
stupid.
makes it unfair because it
Yeah.
just doesn't make like you can build a super team. It makes it.
It's
it
so
makes it,
dumb. Yeah, look at the
uneven.
Dodgers.
Yeah.
Look at that! Like the Dodgers are about to pick up Blake Snell.
Yeah.
Now on top of their fucking all-star fucking pitching lineup, they're gonna get Blake Snell, the only one that they're fucking missing. And
By the way, real quick, guys, if
Sorry.
I disappear, my phone is gonna die soon. So if
Oh,
I
okay.
disappear, that's what happened.
yeah,
I just
we'll
want to give you the
end
heads
show.
up.
Yeah, we're good. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
it's
coming
fine.
up on the end anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
by-
coming
by
up
the
on
way,
the end anyway.
With the baseball thing, though, real quick, before they decided on Steinbrenner Field, the election happened, and the local election. 2 new commissioners or city council members were elected that replaced the people that were for the Rays in St. Pete.
Yeah, now
So
they're
they
against
came
it.
out and said, no, we're going to revote because of the hurricane. They had to go in and like refigure things out with the bonds that we're
But-
going to be paying for it and all
But
that.
they defaulted on the bonds before the election. That's
I
what I
know.
was going to
So-
get to. I
so-
went off on a tangent, but they defaulted on the bonds before the election happened.
Right. So
And
the
before
Rays.
they
So the
decided
Rays. Right.
to
So
go to Steinbrenner.
Sternberg and those guys. The Rays kind of knew before they chose Steinbrenner that they were going to get fucked out of St. Pete either way. So they had to make the best choice for the team and having the most capacity. And now they're already thinking ahead. Like, if they're going to stay in the Tampa Bay area, they need to make a Tampa deal now because St.
Just
Pete's
do the
fucked.
Ebor. Do the Ebor. I feel
But
like
they
that's the
need-
only
they
way
need
they're
a
But
staying.
ownership group.
Tampa has passed on it for 15 years. They've been trying to get a deal with Tampa, and Tampa has consistently fucking passed on it.
Well, they have a
They should do it now.
I mean,
They have a
there's
small
more
window
public
to do it
pressure
now.
now after the hurricane because
Yeah.
you're
I would
forcing in
hope
their
so.
hands. So I mean, I don't know. I
Well,
feel
yeah,
like that's
I
the
mean-
only way
for
they
it to
stay.
happen. I would
The
like for
Rays-
it to happen, but if it doesn't
Rays-
happen, I mean, I watch
I
most
can't
of the
blame-
games on TV.
Whatever.
Yeah, I can't blame the Rays for going to Nashville or
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte after because like how many times are they gonna have to go and butt heads with a fucking
Mhm.
city council or a county council or whatever. It's like, okay, whoever builds this fucking stadium, that's where they
Yeah,
go.
whoever has whatever
There's
city
2
has the
years
most
left.
money to put up that.
Yeah,
kind of,
there's 2 years left in
Yeah.
St. Pete. St. Pete said that they fucking locked it down, and then they defaulted on the fucking bonds in October. And,
Here's a-
and yeah, so
So that's
Here's
why they're
the
not just
beauty.
breaking ground on the new stadium.
that's
If
why
it-
they're not, because they
Gotcha.
defaulted
Right.
on the
Alright.
bonds in October.
All right.
If Tampa
And
can
because
get it, though,
I guess because
That
there's going to be a tax shortfall because
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch of people didn't travel here when they were,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they were predicted to or whatever. But anyway, sorry, Johnny, you go.
I was gonna say, if Tampa can get a group to buy it, though, we could have a better team in Tampa because you would have more corporate sponsorships. You'd have more money coming in, more attendance. If they sold the goddamn team, which would be great, and to a better ownership group, let's say like the Vinix want to get into baseball, something like that.
I mean, I don't
Now
know if
you
I
could
like
have
that.
a payroll. Now Tampa, because think about the Bucks. The Bucks aren't afraid to
True.
spend money. The Bucks spend money like a motherfucker on players.
True.
So, and the Lightning spend money. So they
But those
Yeah.
are also
full team. successful
successful teams. Those
But,
they've
yeah,
had
the
success
Bucks-
that the Rays have
The
never
Bucks-
had.
The Bucks
Bu-
have been in the playoffs 4 years in a row. They're
I just mean the Bucks
The-
have won Super Bowls. The Lightning
I
have
mehave the
won Stanley
Rays. I meant the
Cups.
Rays
The-
have been
the
successful.
The Rays have made the
Yeah.
playoffs. That's great. But
Who's the rich people that own the Bucks though? They
the
didn't
Glazers?
spend. The Glazers didn't spend money on the Bucks for a decade.
They didn't. Yeah. Well, no. I
They-
mean, what they started
they-
spending money when they came in. It was McKay before them.
No, they
who
started
did- who
spending
was
money
Titan.
when they had the
in the-
Bruce
top
Arians.
Fucking,
Yeah.
yeah, when they had Bruce Arians, but then also when they were making a shit ton of money on
Yeah.
Manchester United, that's when they focused
That's
on the
true.
Bucks. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They didn't
Success
spend
breeds
shit
success.
on the Bucks.
Like,
Yeah,
once you
exactly.
start winning,
That's
you
true.
get more money to keep winning.
But you
That's
get those luxury boxes are how you like the Yankees don't sell out games. Like you think the Yankee Stadium sold out? It's not. They have empty seats all the time, but they have those corporate luxury boxes. They have their own TV network, all that shit. That's how they have all that money. Like they
Right.
a shit ton of money. If the Rays were in Tampa, they would have a way bigger market, a lot more people to draw from, a lot more corporations have moved to Tampa, not fucking St. Pete. They could have luxury
know.
boxes. They could have a lot of money.
The area
just-
around the stadium would definitely be more
it-
popping.
I don't know. It feels like up until the Hurricanes this year, it felt like Tampa was kind of on its way out, and everybody was wanting to party in St. Pete. It felt like St. Pete was the up and coming place, and now after this hurricane, it's like okay, I think everybody's focusing back
I
on
mean,
Tampa.
maybe
People
for
moved-
nightclubs.
so many people moved to Tampa during COVID, like
Right.
in the years like following. It's
Yeah.
like the
Well,
amount
and
of
the-
people
and
is
the-
just.
and
But
the
the people who
country-ass
live in
suburbs
Florida
outside.
would rather party in St. Like
Right.
people who know Florida and have lived here for years.
I'm not talking about
you're gonna
partying.
wanna
I'm
hang in
talking
St.
about
Pete.
businesses, corporations.
Well, I'm talking about
Right,
spend. No, I'm
right,
talking
yeah.
about when I say party, I'm talking about spending
The money
money.
moved to Tampa.
spending
yes, for sure.
spending money.
For
That's
sure.
what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Money moved to Tampa.
I
yeah.
saw an article. They said Tampa's going to be like the new Silicon Valley. Like that, big tech companies have moved to Tampa in the last 5 years. So I mean, there's a lot of money.
No state income tax, baby.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Florida and Texas, those are the big ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So St. Pete's really good if you want to open a bar and have it and sell it in a year.
If you want people like me hanging out at your bar, open it in St. Pete, bro.
But here's the thing: like you go to downtown St. Pete, you go from one year to the next. The changeover. It's like nobody stays. It's like they open up a Chinese restaurant, and then in a year,
True.
it's another bar. It's like there's no longevity with any of these companies. It's weird as shit, you know. So you know, it's,
That is no,
Yeah.
that is a good. I mean, I feel like all the best new stuff is in St. Pete, but you're right, it fucking closes down.
I don't get it. Like there's
Well, you're either hit or you're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's all
Before we get
apartments.
out of here, I do want to shout out to James. Johnny bailed last weekend for fucking date night or some shit, but me and James did hit up the USF game last
Yeah.
Saturday.
I had to go to
And it
Safety
was-
Harbor.
You had to go to Safety Harbor and do little kissing photos with your wife, which I don't blame you. She's hot. Like, definitely blow us off and do
And I
that.
went to
I
Jones
get it.
for
USF put up
pizza.
63.
Yeah, USF. We left at the third quarter.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't have even stuck.
We
around.
left at the third quarter. It was 49-7.
Yeah.
Tulsa.
And so
is bad.
that Tulsa, those 30 points for Tulsa, that was just like
Garbage time?
garbage
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
Like
it was
in
like, okay, you
backups.
guys could play, I guess.
USF put the second string in.
Yeah. It was all
Cheerleaders.
second string shit. So
Yeah.
fucking. That was the first college football game I've been to in I don't know, 15 years at least.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fucking fun.
College football is awesome. Yeah.
Fun as
College
fuck
football
with the
games are fun.
band. Yeah, the band was playing fucking Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. Fucking just disrespecting the fuck out of anybody that was there from Tulsa. It was fun. Yeah, cheerleaders.
Yeah, Florida
Great time.
State this weekend. All the rivalry games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
you gotta
Texas,
go. USF's fun, but it's really not a college atmosphere. Like you want to go.
Dude,
to
I
a
went to Florida
college-
State, Miami in like 2009. That shit was
That was
fucking
yeah.
wild,
Yeah.
dude.
That was the last
Like
time.
I saw fights, dudes. Like no one was wearing shirts. It was
That was
crazy.
that was the last. Yeah, before this football game, the last one I had went to was Florida State, Florida.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
rivalry games like
And it was
that are
like,
fucking
fuck.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, and everybody was hammered. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
but this was really fun. Fucking Raymond James Stadium for college football is
It's
cool
fun.
because you
It's
can
cool.
you can get around. You can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and James had me park in the community college parking lot, and the dude was like, VIP only. And then we were like, oh, okay, we don't have VIP. And he was like, well, can you give me something? And we were like, no. And then we like drove off, and then
You're like,
Slip
here's
him a
some,
20.
here's some three.
yeah,
ugly
no, I
love
didn't have a
stickers.
20. I
Oh,
didn't have
okay,
a 20.
okay.
I didn't have a 20. And so we drove off, and then the dude, he just like pointed towards the lot that said that you couldn't park in, and he just let us park. He just felt bad for us.
Aw.
Like we were so broke that he was just like, all right, you guys can park.
You can't afford to
so
bribe
sad.
You
me.
can't afford one single bribe. Yeah, and then he just let us park. And
He gave,
But yeah,
he
we had a
gave
fucking
you
great time.
$20?
yeah, he was like, hey man, you here, get something for yourself in the game.
You guys
Oh,
hungry? You good? All right.
Bothwell
That's
told me
sad.
he was thankful for me this morning.
Oh yeah, you
and
wanted
I
to.
told him to stop being gay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he said the
he's
same
shaking
You
his
thing.
head
guys
right
want to
now.
go around and say what we're thankful for? Or do you want to fucking put a gun in your mouth and taste the hot smoke and ride the lightning?
Ooh.
I don't think
Dude,
I've ever heard Matt's white voice before. That was your white
Fucking
voice?
That was my white voice.
Oh man, yeah, that's fucking intense.
It made me so deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well,
he said the same thing to me, and I responded, "Yeah, you're okay too." That's what I said.
I think
did
there's
not-
some comics who come in with like such a good
Did
heart that
not
like you have to-
message me
you have
at
to
all.
beat that out of him.
I'm actually friends with James. I hang out with James. Did not message me.
He
for
probably didn't
Thanksgiving
feel
at
like he
all.
needed to tell you
Yeah,
because
it
you actually hang out with him.
Just kissing your
Yeah.
guys' asses.
No,
good.
man. I remember like fucking did Johnny B finally get knocked out?
Oh, no,
nope, he's there. All right, we're cool.
he's
No, I
frozen.
remember like there's a lot of comics who were really good came through, and like when their first year they would be so insecure when you would talk shit about them or say anything
Right.
about their set or any of that, and you just like no, you have to get rid of all that. Like it's not you're not
Yeah.
going to be
No, yeah. I mean, I don't think I ever felt like that with Johnny. I always felt like I could fucking bust Johnny's
No,
balls.
I came from an abusive
and
household.
he could bust my balls,
so
and it would be fine. Yeah,
I had an
No.
I guess I
abusive
did
father.
too.
Yeah,
No,
I guess I did too.
I was not. I was more used to that.
I know. I can see years.
He says
of
I
pain
did message
in
you,
your-
John. I just didn't check my messages.
By the way, here's my new favorite thing to do to an open micer when they get off stage for a guest set or for an open mic set. I used to do this stuff like where I go, "Hey man, it's not for everybody." You know what I mean? That's one of my favorites.
Good,
But
yeah.
but my new one is I just blank face them and I just go,
No, not like
and then
us.
they'll go, and then they'll say like, what do you mean? And I'll just like, and then I walk away and just let that fucking marinate until I see him again. Yeah, it's beautiful. Because that fucks their week up. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
you,
sure.
you were never that mean to us, buddy.
No, it was very
I know, I
vocal.
like
in
it.
the
But
house.
we've always,
Yeah.
me and Matt have always been
Yeah.
funny, so
Yeah.
I guess that
Right.
makes sense.
we came in dick
Yeah.
swinging.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were funny.
No,
like
that
a month
was the,
in.
the
yeah.
worst heckle I ever got was a black lady just stood up in the back of the room and pointed at the exit. She didn't say anything. She just looked at me and pointed at the exit.
Just go.
And I was
yeah.
like, this, and then I never forgot that. That's
That's
the worst
pro
heckle I
level,
ever
dude.
got. Yeah.
Was that your nude sketches of Michelle Obama joke?
No, I don't even remember the joke because I was devastated.
Your brain erased the joke. Yeah.
After that, I was like, you know what? Nothing can hurt me ever again.
Yeah.
All
I had
right,
a-
well,
I had a-
fuck.
I had a-
You guys
I
wanna
had a-
wrap
I had
this
a
up?
black guy. I had a black guy one time in like Ocala at this like little one nighter.
time.
I no, but he had a good one like that too. He was like in the front row and I'm not having a great set and he just goes, "You ain't it, man. You ain't it."
You ain't it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what
There's
he
something
said.
about a
And I
calm,
just-
like,
and I just
hey,
looked down,
I'm
I went,
trying to help you demeanor. That
All
hurts.
right. Well,
But I agreed with him. I went, I know.
you're right.
Man.
Sometimes they're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to give out all of our social media and plugs before we go?
Yeah, let's fucking put that up on the screen. We got at John J. S. Planet, at Matt Fernandez World, at Johnny B. Tampa, at 3 Ugly Mugs. That's all on Instagram. Please go to our youtube.com/at 3 Ugly Mugs. And we are on every single podcast platform. So please follow us on everything that you use. That really
Yay.
helps us.
Big shows. Big shows, John.
Yeah, come to my special, December 21st.
There's
Marion
big show-
Theater, Ocala. Tickets are on sale. Go get them.
Tickets
I'm
are on
opening
sale
for that.
Yep, John Jay will be there too.
January 11th. I have 2 shows for my special in Ybor City, 6:30 and 9:30. I need to at least 350 people at each show.
I'm gonna
for
be
the
there.
Filming, so it's only $8, you motherfuckers. Okay, so
I'm not paying.
not for
I'd
you
rather
guys,
come to
you
the
guys,
early show if I
$4.
have the option,
But,
but just tell me what show you
definitely-
need more people at.
I know.
I will be at the early
you can go to both.
show.
Anyway, so
not
I'm
gonna
going to
go
be
to
at the
both.
early show so that I could drink with you throughout the night.
I want a day drink and then
Yeah.
and then come to the show.
Yes. Oh, Johnny's.
That's the screen he froze. on.
Johnny's fucking. He froze right
What
there.
a perfect nightmare to leave
I'm
people
fucking
with.
putting that right up there. That's the end of the show.
All right. Well, this has been a lovely
love
show.
you guys.
Good show.
Follow.
Thanks, James.
Thanks for listening. Thank you, James. Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah, go ahead and play the outro.